lines in pencil soft and gray, for all the roads I didn't take, the ones I couldn't say were right or wrong. The compass in my hand trembles with the weight of this uncharted land. Each intersection is a choice I fear. The map is never finished. Year on year I redraw borders, scale the mountains down to fit the small, confined part of the town. I know I am the legends yet unwritten, a lifetime spent in fear in just the bit that's off the page. Oh, the map maker's down, a constant silent shade, the masterpiece of a life forever delayed. I trace the routes of other braver men, start the same old drawing once again. A cartographer of a heart's confusion, seeking a merciful final illusion of where I am. I had the cities built on compromise, the buried treasures right before my eyes. I missed I chart the rivers made of tears, the faded landmarks of my younger years that lead to here, this blank and spotless space, the quiet terror on my own face. And is the North Star love, or is it pride, or just the need to have a steady guide? The questions are the territory I know. Oh, the map maker's doubt, a constant silent shade, the masterpiece of a life forever delayed. I trace the routes of other braver men, start the same old drawing once again. A cartographer of a heart's confusion, seeking a merciful final illusion of where I am. Perhaps the truth of it, the secret and the key, is that the map is not the land, and I am free to be just here, without a drawn design, to let the unknown beautiful borders shine, without my intervention. Oh, the map maker's doubt, I lay you down to sleep. The promise is the land and I will keep are not in lines, but in the ground I stand. The unmapped, wild and holy promised land of my own messy, unbeaten heart. This is the only true and sacred chart. Sacred chart. My own heart. The pencil breaks.
I don't draw maps, I work with smaller things. The silken thread that morning sunlight brings, the silver string that ties a memory to a specific brewing cup of tea. I collect moments not to chart away, but to convince my soul that it can stay right here and be complete. Where he sees crossroads and a fading sign, I see a pattern beautiful, divine, in the repetition, in the daily chore. 1,000 possibilities for more connection. Oh, the weaver's thread so delicate and strong, the melody to which I sing along. My quiet life, I take the freight and scatter, lost and worn, and with my patient loving hands transform the separate days into a tapestry where every single strand belongs to me. The conversation with the grocery clerk, the softening of daylight through the murk of evening clouds, the scent of rain-soaked earth. I measure not in miles, but in worth of feeling rooted, feeling held and tied to this existence open, deep and wide. He built his architecture, wall and beam. I grow a garden from a fleeting dream and tend the quiet, ordinary ground where simple, lasting miracles are found. Oh, the weaver's thread so delicate and strong, the melody to which I sing along. My quiet life, I take the freight and scattered, lost and worn, and with my patient loving hands transform the separate days into a tapestry where every single strand belongs to me. This isn't small, this is my universe. Not in the sprawling, but in the reverse. The microcosm of a breath, a touch. It doesn't ask for very much, but gives me everything, a holy space in every single ordinary face and moment I attend to. Oh, the weaver's thread, I hold you in the light, my humble, fierce and everlasting right. My quiet life, I've taken all the scattered, lost and worn, and with my soul's own hands I have adorned my world, this rich and intricate tapestry is more than enough, for it is me. The thread is strong. The weaving done for now. isn't listed in the history books or in the way a certain soldier looks. It's in the breath I take before I call and risk the chance I might not know at all what I am doing. It's in getting out of bed when all the hopeful voices in my head are whispering to just pull down the shade. It's in the quiet daily price I've paid to show up soft in a world that's hard and loud, to stand alone within a silent crowd and feel the fear and do the thing I must, and learn to place my fragile, certain trust in my own two unsteady, willing hands. Oh, this catalog of small courage that I keep, it's not for glory, it's to help me sleep at night. And though I face the day's demands, it's saying no to unfair present hands. It's saying yes to what I truly need. It's planting a forgotten, fragile seed and believing it will grow. It's in the tears I let myself release, and in the hard-won, gradual, gentle peace that follows after. It's in setting the boundary line and knowing for a while it will be mine alone to hold. It's in the smile I fake for just a moment for a stranger's sake, then letting it fall away to be just me. My tired, honest poverty. It's in the choice to be misunderstood, because the alternative is never good for who I am. It's in the tender way I hold my own heart at the close of day and tell it you were brave enough today. Oh, this catalog of small courage that I keep, it's not for glory, it's to help me sleep at night. And though I face the day's demands, it's saying no to unfair pressing hands. It's saying yes to what I truly need. It's planting a forgotten, fragile seed and believing it will grow. For getting through with my integrity mostly intact, for choosing to be kind when I could have been cruel and lost my mind. But didn't this is the war that no one sees, fought in the quiet heart beneath the trees of ordinary life, and I am winning by simply faithfully beginning again each morning. Oh, this catalog, my most treasured sacred scroll, it's writing the brave lyrics of my soul. It's facing all the day's unending demands with my own two and not with others' hands. It's saying yes to my own fragile need. It's watching the emergence of the seed I thought had died. It's knowing I am strong in all the quiet ways I've sung this song of small, immense courage. Page turn, turns, add another line. I am brave. I am
I build a day with girders of routine, a structure meant to hold the space between the chaos and the quiet of the mind, a careful calculated daily grind, the alarm at 6, the coffee and the news, a temporary fragile kind of ruse of being in control. I lay the beams of meetings, calls and tasks, a fortress built behind a series of masks, each brick a responsibility, a name, a way to keep the inner world contained and functioning. Oh, the architecture of a day I've made, a shelter in the sunlight and the shade. It has no beauty, but it has a form to keep me safe and solid and still warm enough to pass for being truly here and not a prisoner of a silent growing fear of what might happen if a beam should crack and all my careful structured world fell back into the noise. I schedule silence in a 10-minute block, a cornerstone upon the solid rock of my own making. I account for time and try to make the messy and sublime fit in a spreadsheet in a tidy row, so I can almost never have to know the disarray inside. And when the day is done, the lights are dimmed, I survey what I've built on which I've brimmed the edges of my soul. It's standing still, a monument to my determined will to be just fine. Oh, the architecture of a day I've made, a shelter in the sunlight and the shade. It has no beauty, but it has a form to keep me safe and solid and still warm enough to pass for being truly here and not a prisoner of a silent growing fear of what might happen if a beam should crack and all my careful structured world fell back into the noise. But sometimes in a moment's lapse of grace, I see the empty, undesigned wild space behind the walls, a vast and quiet plain that doesn't know the language of my strain or my design. And for a breath I long to let the whole meticulous structure come undone, to see what's left of me when it is gone. The architecture, it's a cage I've made to stand inside the sunlight and the shade. It has no beauty, but it has a form I've used to keep myself both safe and warm, and trapped a prisoner of a silent fear of what I am when no one else is here to see the blueprint if a beam should crack and all my careful structured world fell back. What would be left of me in all that noise? All that noise, all that noise. The blueprint fades, structure stands for now, for now.
rain traces the window pane like tears.
I've counted all the silent passing years that brought me to this solitary room, enveloped in the evening's gentle gloom.
The thunder mumbles somewhere far away,
a perfect soundtrack for this kind of day. The rain hits the windshield, a relentless beat.
I pull the car over on this empty street.
The world outside is just a watery blur. The same old thoughts begin again to stir. The same damn storm follows me everywhere. This metal shell, my only offered prayer. And I wonder if somewhere a man alone is also feeling painfully outgrown by his own life, and staring at the rain and trying to decipher his own pain.
And does some woman in her sheltered space also feel tears begin to warm her face? Not from the sadness, but from the release
of being temporarily at peace.
Oh, we are in the same storm, you and I,
Under the same vast, unforgiving sky.
you in your silence, I in my quiet car,
Feeling the distance, yet knowing we are connected by this rain,
this
lonely hour. Two different flowers in the same shower of what it means to be alive and feel something so deeply it must be real. I make some tea, the steam a ghostly twin of all the words I keep so deep within. The cup warms my hands, but not the hollow part that lives behind the fortress of my heart.
I turn the engine off, the wipers stop. The silence in the car is like a drop that fills the ocean of what's left unsaid.
Alive and yet feeling half dead. Is he listening to the same song on the radio?
Is she watching the same patterns the rain drives
Does he wish for a hand to hold in the dark?
Does she long for a single authentic grounding spark?
Oh, we are in the same storm, you and I, under the same vast questioning sky. You in your wisdom, I in my foolish pride, running from the same ache we carry deep inside. Connected by this rain,
This shared
lonely power, two different trees in the very same shower of what it means to be human and to know we are never truly alone wherever we go.
we may never meet,
May never speak a word, may never have our separate stories heard by one another, but in this rain-soaked night our solitudes acknowledge the same light, the same struggle, the same need to be seen behind the daily careful wash clean exteriors. We wear the storm outside, feels the tender places where we hide the very same things. Oh, we are in the same storm, you and I, beneath the same vast, compassionate sky. You are not broken, and I am not lost. We're just counting the incredible cost of feeling deeply connected by this rain,
enduring the beautiful, piercing pain
of being alive and aware, and so glad in this moment that we are not alone in knowing this feeling. Not alone.
not alone,
The rain falls
not alone
on my car.
on us.
The storm passes, the connection remains. I took the earlier train on a Tuesday in June. I was reading a novel lost in the prose of a tune. I looked up for a moment, the world rushing by, and I saw a man's face in a window, a brief silent sigh.
Then the tunnels took over, and the glass became black.
And I never once thought of the one I'd look back and wonder about.
I was stuck at the signal,
My train running late. I was staring out blankly, resigned to my fate. I saw a train passing, a flash of a face, a woman with sunlight all over her place. For a split second, our eyes seemed to hold a story that suddenly felt centuries old. Then the light changed and my train jerked ahead.
and I felt a strange pull, a whisper unsaid.
A hollowed out space where a question could be, but the wheels kept on moving, carrying me.
And I shook my head slightly to clear the odd thought, a beautiful ghost that the universe brought, and just as quickly took back.
Oh, where the paths don't meet and the spaces between the almost was could have been the unseen. We were two separate rivers, bound for the same sea, flowing so close, yet destined to be forever parallel, a celestial near miss, sealed with a phantom ungiven kiss, a perfect unfinished and beautiful lake for the singular shared breath we didn't get to take.
I sometimes buy coffee at a place I don't like, because a man there once had a look in his eye
that reminded me sharply of someone I knew. For a fraction of a moment in a train passing through, it's a foolish small habit, a secret I keep, while the city around me is bustling and deep.
I took a new route home through the park yesterday,
And I watched all the people who passed on their way, and I wondered if she was among them right there, with the sunlight still caught in the shade of her hair. It's a pointless soft searching, a quiet lost game, for a face without even the gift of a name.
Is he out there right now, living a life? Is she happy somewhere, free from this strife?
Does he ever get the feeling out of the blue that a part of his story is waiting still yet to come true? Oh, where the paths don't meet in the grand wide design. Your life is not my life, and your path isn't mine. We were two separate heartbeats under the same sun, our rhythms so close, yet never as one. Forever parallel, a beautiful cruel trick, a door that was never meant to be kicked, a perfect unsolved and eternal sweet ache, for the single shared breath we didn't get to take. In another world, a different turn was made, a different train was caught, a different choice was played.
And in that world our hands touch,
and in that world we know the sound of all the secrets that we let so freely go. But in this world we only have this gentle phantom pain to remind us of the beauty in the falling endless rain of possibilities that never find their ground. And in the silence, a different kind of love is found. Oh, where the paths don't meet, I send this thought to you. Whoever and wherever you are, I hope your sky is blue. We were two separate rivers, and we reached our own sea. And the almost was, could have been, is a precious part of me. A forever parallel, a gentle cosmic gift, a beautiful reminder of how the world can shift on a single silent breath we didn't get to take. A breath we didn't take. Didn't take. We didn't take.
My path continues.
My path goes on. But somehow less so. Somehow less so.
I've always been a student of clear lines, of architecture and of shore designs. But her smile is a language I can't read, a different wild and beautiful new creed. It starts not just upon her lips, but in her eyes a subtle shifting map of skies I cannot chart. Is it a comma, just a brief delay, a question mark at ending of the day? Or is it an ellipsis trailing off, a silent thought I'm not quite worthy of? Oh, the grammar of a smile, I study it at night, trying to parse its soft, elusive light. Is it a simple sentence, plain and true, or a whole poem meant for me to construe? I who was fluent only in the straight and narrow, now find my dictionary's grown too shallow for the dialect her happiness imparts. I watch her smile at something that she reads, a private joke like scattering of seeds in fertile ground I cannot even see. And part of me aches with jealousy, not of the source, but of the joy itself, that bright, untroubled, quiet inner wealth she seems to carry so effortlessly. And when she smiles at me, my mind goes blank. The solid ground I stand on turns to plank. Over a chasm I forget my own name, playing this fascinating, terrifying game of translation. Oh, the grammar of her smile, I study it at night, trying to parse its soft, elusive light. Is it a simple sentence, plain and true, or a whole poem meant for me to construe? I who was fluent only in the straight and narrow, now find my dictionary's grown too shallow for the dialect her happiness imparts. Perhaps I shouldn't try to diagram the sun, or count the syllables in something that's begun before the words. Perhaps the point is just to feel the warmth of it and know that it is real, and let its meaning be a mystery I don't solve, but just a lovely question to revolve around and be warmed by. Oh, the grammar of a smile, I'll let the lesson be not in translation, but in just to see. It is a poem and it is a simple truth, the sweet, uncomplicated, lovely proof that I who was so fluent in the straight and narrow am learning a new world, a brighter, wider tomorrow, in the silent language of her happy heart, her happy heart. I don't need to read, just to feel, just to feel. Just to feel, just to feel.
He thinks his silence is an empty space, a simple absence in this busy place. But I have learned to listen to the sound of all the things he doesn't hand around, Like conversation, it's a solid thing. A forest where the hidden birds all sing a different tune. I see it in the set of his strong back, bearing a world I cannot give him back. I see it in the stillness of his hands that hold so many unspoken demands and answers. Oh, the weight of his quiet, it's a sacred heavy cloak woven from every unkept broken oath, from promises he had to make and break for other people's and for his own sake. It isn't cold, it's deeply warmly felt, a fortress that his gentle soul has built. And I am learning just to stand nearby and hold the space and never ask him why. He speaks in actions, in the coffee made, and walking with me through the evening shade, in fixing things that I did not know broke, and telling a forgotten gentle joke. That's how his quiet says, I'm here, I care. It's a language he's decided we can share without the noise. And when it deepens and he turns within, I don't see walls, I see his tender skin that needs a moment just to feel the air without the burden of having to declare a single feeling. Oh, the weight of his quiet, it's a sacred heavy cloak woven from every unkept broken oath, from promises he had to make and break for other people's and for his own sake. It isn't cold, it's deeply warmly felt, a fortress that his gentle soul has built. And I am learning just to stand nearby and hold the space and never ask him why. This is not a problem I must solve, it is a mystery to slowly revolve around with all to understand that some of the most profound, authentic words come from the well that is dug so deep and still that it has forgotten how to spill its secrets easily. And I am blessed to be a witness to his quiet rest and his quiet wars. Oh, the weight of his quiet I will help him bear by simply being present, being there. It's woven from his history and his pride, a place he doesn't have to run or hide. It's not a wall, it is a home deeply felt, the safest place his weary soul has dwelt. And I am learning just to love the man who speaks in silences as best he can. And it is more than enough, more than enough, more than enough. His quiet peace, my quiet love. Holds him, holds him. You hum a melody I tune. I find the key beneath the afternoon.
Sunlight, I take a breath and start to sing a fragile, unfamiliar offering.
My voice feels thin, a newly opened wing.
Afraid of this new collaborative thing.
I hear your voice join mine, a different tone. It doesn't blend, it stands and stands alone. At first we separate beautifully clear, an independent line that I now hear, disrupting my own solitary sound. On this new unsteady musical ground.
Is this too much? Should I pull back and wait?
No, hold the note, don't leave it to its fate.
My rhythm's off, I'm rushing just a bit.
Just follow me and don't overthink it. Oh, this first fractured harmony we make, full of the missteps and the slight mistakes.
Our voices search to find the common ground, a hesitant and promising new sound. It's not yet seamless,
Not yet smooth or fine, but it's a start.
this blending of your line and mine,
A beautiful and perfect brand new art.
the day our two songs started, heart to heart.
You change the phrasing, slowing down the pace, and suddenly I find the proper place.
To breathe, a space appears between the notes, where our two separate musical anecdotes begin to weave, to talk, to understand.
The gentle architecture you have planned.
And then a moment brief and crystal clear, where both our voices lock and I can hear the ghost of what this could be, given time.
A perfect, complicated
Sweet rhyme that makes my own part richer, not erased. The fear I didn't know I had is faced.
There, did you hear it? That was almost right.
I heard it, a surrender to the light
Of something we are building note by note. Oh, this first fractured harmony we make is more than just the slight and sweet mistakes.
Our voices find the shape of common ground, a brave endeavor deepening new sound. It's not yet seamless,
But it's true and fine. This brave beginning, blending your line and mine, a beautiful, authentic, brand new art.
the day our two songs started, heart to heart.
It has begun. It has begun.
It has begun.
It has begun. It has begun.
I know the words for timber, torque, and steel, for fiscal years and profitable deals. I speak the language of the solid real, with confident, precise, and firm appeals. But when I look at you, the lexicon, I built my life on suddenly is gone. My tongue feels thick, my clever mind goes blank. Where are the words to properly give thanks for how the light rests on your hair at dawn? The dictionary that I have leaned upon has no entries for this. Oh, this incomplete vocabulary fails when I try to describe how your love feels. Like finding colors I was blind to see. It's an astronomy without a map for me. I wanna build you cathedrals with my speech, but all I have are fragments out of reach of what I truly mean. I practiced in the mirror, simple phrases, happiness my heart in measured gazes. But they sound hollow, practiced and rehearsed, like I'm reciting some old dusty verse, and not the living, breathing, urgent truth, but shouting in the silence of my youth, finally awakened. It's like I'm trying to hold oceans tight, with just my hands held open, stretched out wide. The magnitude escapes the syllables, and my fluency in the end just dulls the brilliant edge of it. Oh, this incomplete vocabulary fails when I try to describe how your love feels. Like finding colors I was blind to see. It's an astronomy without a map for me. I wanna build you cathedrals with my speech, but all I have are fragments out of reach of what I truly mean. So maybe words are not the thing to give. Maybe the truest way that I can live. My love for you is not in what I say, but in the choices that I make each day. To show up present, loyal, and to be the man who's learning finally to see that love's first language isn't verbal, it's the act. And I will love you, that's a simple fact, beyond all vocabulary. Oh, this incomplete vocabulary's grace is that it forces me to seek your face, not for the colors I was blind to see, but for the truth of you just being free. I won't build cathedrals with my broken speech. The love I feel is finally in reach, in every silent, steady, faithful look, in every page of our own private book. We write together, together, together. No words needed, just this. Just this. Just this. Just this.
You struggle with the language, I can tell. Your carefully constructed verbal shell cracks open when you try to speak your heart. But darling, I have known it from the start. The truest conversation we can have is in the quiet spaces that we say between the words. I read the messages your hands impart, the way they shape the silence in my heart. A cup of tea placed gently on the desk, removing weight I didn't know I'd kept. These are the poems, these are the sacred texts that heal the soul and mend what words have vexed. Oh, this language of gestures, fluent and profound, where all the deepest, truest meanings are found. In the blanket placed on shoulders when I'm cold, in the story in your eyes that wants to be told, but waits for stillness, in the door you hold, in the remembering of what I've told you in passing. This is how I know the roots of love are much too deep to show in simple syllables. You fix the broken latch upon the gate. You learn the foods I love and on my plate. You serve them without any need for praise. You sit with me through my most tangled days, and do not try to solve me, just to be a steady, silent shore beside my sea. And in return I speak in my own way, a look that says the things I cannot say, a touch upon the arm, a shared soft glance. This is our wordless, perfect, slow romance we're writing daily. Oh, this language of gestures, fluent and profound, where all the deepest, truest meanings are found. In the blanket placed on shoulders when I'm cold, in the story in your eyes that wants to be told, but waits for stillness, in the door you hold, in the remembering of what I've told you in passing. This is how I know the roots of love are much too deep to show in simple syllables. Let other lovers shout their vows out loud upon the crowded street before a crowd. We'll build our cathedral in the quiet deeds, intending to each other's secret needs. This is the ancient tongue, the first and last. Long after fleeting, fiery words have passed. This language will remain, will see us through. It's me under understanding, the unspoken you, and you hearing the unspoken me. Oh, this language of gestures, I am fluent in its grace. I see the love written upon your face, in the way you stand, in the way you breathe, in all the little silent reprieves you give my soul, in every door you hold, in every new, brave, vulnerable story told out of sound. This is how I know our love grows, in the silence deep and slow, beyond all syllables, beyond all words, beyond words. Your hand finds mine. The converse continues, always continues. We started something in that fractured song, a melody that we could both belong to somehow. Now it lingers in the air, an incomplete and yet still lovely affair
of notes that hang between us, asking then,
waiting for us to find the way again to sing together. I have the sheet music here on the stand, with pencil markings from my trembling hand, where your voice enters, where we trade the lead, a living, breathing, and unsettled creed
to what we might become.
It's not a full stop, just a fermata, a brief musical drop before the next phrase. Do you remember how the chorus went? I remember being perfectly content to let the harmony just drift and play, not worrying about the very next day. Oh, this unfinished duet, our beautiful delay, hanging in the space between go and stay. It's not abandoned, just respectfully waiting for our hearts to find the key that fits us both. This unresolved cadence is full of patient promise and intelligence, that some songs aren't meant to be complete until the singer's souls are in the same beat, and we're almost there. I hum your parts sometimes when I'm alone. It feels like a place I have always known was home. The intervals feel strange at first, then settle in and quench a silent thirst. I didn't know I had your melody, is becoming a part of my biology. I find myself writing new lines in my head, fitting the words to things you've done and said. The rhythm of your laugh, the way you walk, is becoming the subject of our endless talk in my own mind. This unfinished score seems to grow richer than it was before. Perhaps the beauty is in the not yet, in the promise that we haven't finished, let alone begun. Oh, this unfinished duet, our glorious maybe, Let the measures of our friendship still be unbound. Let the music be a conversation, not a race. Let it find its own organic, gentle pace. The final double bar line can wait for years. The beauty is in now, in hopes, not fears. Oh, this unfinished duet, I love it just like this, full of all the potential and the boundless bliss of what could be. It's not abandoned, it's a seed, waiting for the perfect combined breath we need to make it flower. This unresolved sweet phrase will be the foundation of all our coming days. And when we finally sing that final perfect line, it will be because we took our sweet precious time to get it right, to get it right. Hard to It continues. The world outside can be a heavy, cold rain, a chorus of voices that sings only pain.
But in this space we've carved out from the noise, I've rediscovered life's most simple joys.
The walls aren't made of timber, stone, or glass, but moments built to make the darkness pass.
I used to face the storms all on my own, a solitary king on a fragile throne. But now the weight is shared, the load is less, in this quiet harbor we call happiness.
I bring the timber from my silent wood. You bring the light that makes it all feel good.
It's not perfect, sometimes the wind blows through,
but it's stronger when I'm standing here with you.
every crack just lets more understanding in.
This is how true shelter must begin.
All the shelter we build with our four hands stands on this unpredictable land. Your strength and my softness intertwine, your steady patience and my swift design. When the thunder rolls and the lightning tears the sky, we don't hide separately, we don't ask why. We just stand together in the space we've made, unafraid of the coming rain, unswayed. This is our sanctuary. You fix the broken parts when I fall down.
I learn the language of your quiet frown,
And knowing just to sit and hold the space, we're building something time cannot erase. Not with grand gestures, but with daily care, with being fully authentically there. You teach me colors I was blind to see, I help you trust your wild humanity. We're not two halves making one perfect whole, but two complete souls who've chosen to enroll in this joint venture of the heart and mind, leaving our lonely selves behind.
some days I lean
on these and you.
some days you lean on me.
The foundation holds, it's built on honesty. All the shelter we build with our four hands grows stronger on this unpredictable land. Your logic and my intuition blend. You're being my anchor, me a faithful friend. When the thunder rolls and the lightning tears the night, we don't hide separately, we stand in the
labels. From what's real or true,
It's having a safe place to come back to.
when the world's weight becomes too much to hold.
This shelter's worth more than a king's gold.
It's the space where we can both be weak and strong, where we both remember we belong to something beautiful we made with care. A testament to how two souls can dare to build together. Oh, the shelter we build with our four hands will stand through time on these uncertain lands. Your history and my future intertwine. Your past becomes a part of my design. When the thunder fades and the lightning's gone away, we'll still be standing in the light of day, in the space we've made, in the love we've built, where every shattered piece of us been spilled and gathered up together. Together, always together. Our shelter stands. It stands. It stands. It fell, of course it was inevitable. The fragile thing we made was so breakable. It didn't shatter into dust, just cracked a fine, sharp line of truth, a fact we couldn't ignore. The water would not hold a story of a love grown somewhat cold and careless. I could have thrown the pieces in the trash, declared our beautiful experiment ash. But something in the pattern of the break told me how much more was there at stake than just perfection. So I'll practice Kintsugi on this cracked face. I'll trace the lines of failure with gold lacquer grace. I won't pretend the damage never was. I'll make the broken places sing because they happened. This is the more beautiful art of honoring the history of a heart that dared to love and fell and will not hide the scars it carries with a foolish pride, but wears them golden. I gather up the patience and the grit, the understanding piece by piece of it. I mix the resin with the powdered gold, a newer, braver story to be told. Not of the falling, but of the repair, the courage to be fragile and to dare to be seen broken. And in the mending I begin to see the cracks are what now make the vase for me. Unique, they are the map of where we've been, the evidence that we let someone in close enough to break us and to heal. So I'll practice Kintsugi on this cracked vase. I'll trace the lines of failure with gold lacquer grace. I won't pretend the damage image never was. I'll make the broken places sing because they happen. This is the more beautiful art of honoring the history of a heart that dared to love and fell and will not hide the scars it carries with a foolish pride, but wears them golden. Carefully picks out a pattern over warm, sustained drone, mirroring the patient, artful process of repair. It feels both fragile and incredibly strong. This is not weakness, this is alchemy, transforming painful, sharp reality into a testament of what survives. The quietest, most powerful archives of love are written in the golden seams that hold together our most shattered dreams and make them functional and beautiful again. A victory against the silent in a rain of giving up. Oh, I have practiced Kintsugi on our love. I've traced the lines with gold scent from above. My own resilience, I won't pretend it never broke. I'll make our story with each golden stroke more beautiful. This is the truest art, the healing of a willing, open heart that dares to love and fell and chose to mend, and in the broken places to transcend and shine. We are golden, golden, golden. We are golden. The vase holds water, holds water. It holds light. It holds us. It holds.
You speak in dreams and possibilities, in shifting shapes and distant melodies. You wanna build a castle in the air and live your life suspended light as prayer. I watch you orbit in your own bright sphere and feel the weight of being anchored here to solid ground. My hands are made for hammers, not for stars, for mending gates and tightening old cars. But when I see you reaching for the sky, a different kind of strength I have to try to cultivate. Oh, anchor in the moonbeam, this is my new task, to build a foundation for the things you ask of life itself. I may not understand the architecture of your wonderland, but I can be the earth that holds a post, the solid thing you need the very most. When you descend from your celestial flight, I'll be the one standing here in the night with open hands. I learned the names of all your wild ideas. I listen past my pragmatic fears and try to see the world through your design, where every fleeting moment is divine and worthy of a poem or a song. It's to your rhythm that I now belong as much as to my own. And in the process something in me cracks. A rigid old foundation slowly relaxes. Your moonlight filters through the broken clay and waters something new in me today. Oh, explanation for the things you ask of life itself. I may not understand the architecture of your wonderland, but I can be the earth that holds the post, the solid thing you need the very most. When you descend from your celestial flight, I'll be the one standing here in the night with open hands. Perhaps an anchor isn't what you need, but someone who can help you plant the seed of your bright visions in the waiting soil, and share the sacred necessary toil of making real what starts as just a gleam. We're better in this complicated shared dream than we could ever be alone. You are the moonbeam, I'm the standing stone, and together we are a landscape. Oh, anchor in the moonbeam, I see it differently now. It's not about the why or even the how. It's standing witness to your brilliant light and being the keeper of your gentle night. I am the earth that helps your gardens grow, the steady, safe and solid, simple go. When you are ready for your next flight, I'll be the one loving you in the night with my whole being, my whole being, my whole being. Your moonlight, our landscape complete.
Forget the grand gestures, the vows spoken loud, the promises made before any crowd. The truest contract we will ever know is in this moment, breathing soft and slow. In synchrony, your exhale is my air, a silent conversation beyond prayer.
The world outside is ours to just this sound. My heart finds in your breath its solid ground.
No maps are needed, no words need be found. In this quiet space where we are both unbound and completely bound, the rise and fall of your chest is the only geography I need, my final rest. And
In
and out,
a tidal rhythm, there's no need to doubt.
the most profound truth figured out
Without a single word.
Oh, the chronicle of a shared breath we keep, deeper than waking, richer than sleep. Your lungs and my lungs writing the same line in the invisible sacred text of yours and mine. No one can see it, no one can ever read this living scripture planted from a shared seed of silence. This is the story we compose with the very life that in our body grows and is given to the other. I feel the rhythm of you calm my fear, your steady presence drawing my chaos near and settling it in this shared atmosphere. There is no yesterday, no coming year, just this eternal breathing present now, and the gentle question on your brow that I answer with my next inhale. I match my tempo to your resting pace and find a long forgotten gentle grace in simply being, not doing or achieving, just in this quiet, sacred receiving and giving back the essence of what's me, to blend with the essence of what makes you, you in one shared silent respiratory bleed in and out.
There is no room for any doubt
or fear or shame, just the quiet calling of our name as one. Oh, the chronicle of this shared breath we ride in the dark stillness of the deepest night. Your life and my life, one sustaining force on its own patient, unalterable course. No one can steal it, no one can ever break this elemental promise that we make with every moment. We are side by side with nowhere we are ever forced to hide in this shared atmosphere.
This is the root, the core, before the flower, before the fruit. This is the pulse beneath the poetry, the unadorned, the raw, the free, the baseline of our entire symphony.
A shared breath, the beginning and the end. Oh, the chronicle of our shared breath, our sacred text, the ultimate proof of our souls being next to one another, not by chance but by choice, finding in this silence our most authentic voice, which is no voice at all but of mid-gentle tide, where our separate selves agree to reside as one living thing. This is the story we bequeath, written on the air, with every shared breath we take, we give, we live. Silence I've held the reins so tightly in my hand, tried to control the music, the command of every every note within our fragile score, thinking that keeping order was to love you more. But love is not a fortress or a cage. It cannot flourish under constant gauge and measurement. I see the way you watch your words sometimes, the subtle tension in our dinner rhymes, the careful steps you take across my dreams, and how it stifles both our vibrant streams of spontaneity. Oh, the letting go, this terrifying gentle art of opening my tightly clenched up heart and trusting you'll still be there when I do. Trusting the space I make includes you too, not as a project, but as your own man, living the beauty of your own life's plan alongside mine. This is my brave release into a more authentic, deeper peace. I'll bite my tongue when I'd correct your way. I'll let the silent, messy moments stay, without my need to fix or to define the beautiful, chaotic human design of who you are. I'll let you make mistakes and learn the grace that a real trust makes possible. And in this space I feel my own soul lift, a heavy self-imposed and weary gift of false responsibility now shed. A different kind of love is born instead in the surrender. Oh, the letting go, this terrifying gentle art of opening my tightly clenched up heart and trusting you'll still be there when I do. Trusting the space I make includes you too, not as a project, but as your own man, living the beauty of your own life's plan alongside mine. This is my brave release into a more authentic, deeper peace. This isn't giving up, it's giving in to the great current where true love begins. Not in possession, but in the free will of two whole people choosing to be still, together in their own autonomy. This is the soil where real love grows free and wild and lasting. By letting you be, I free me. Oh, the letting go, I feel my spirit soar, no longer needing to keep some kind of score. I trust you'll be there. I trust this space we've made is strong enough to hold us unafraid. You are your own man, I am my own woman. Our lives together are a sweet shared amen to independence. This is my brave release into our love's most authentic, deepest peace. Deepest peace.
freed. And in your words I hear your fear of me, becoming just another weight you bear, another source of complicated care. But what you call your releasing of control, I see as the true making of our whole together. My love was never meant to be a cage, but a foundation weathering the age, a choice I make anew with every dawn, the simplest truth I have ever drawn from my soul's well. Oh, the holding on, this conscious daily vow, not to possess but to be here for you now, and all the nows that follow through the quiet and the storm, to be the constant, the familiar, the warm and steady ground. When you fly, I'm not the chain, I'm the earth you can return to again and again. This isn't weakness, it's my chosen strength. My holding on is love, measured in length and depth, not weight. I see the ways you try to test the space, the little freedoms, the renewed bright grace in your own step, and it just makes me sure that this right here is what I'm holding for. Not for the person I want you to be, but for the you who is completely free and chooses still to walk this path with me. So let go of the reins and of the fear that I will disappear when you're not near. But watching my holding on is not a grip, it's just my soul's unwavering patient script, written for you. The holding on, this conscious daily vow, not to possess but to be here for you now, and all the nows that follow through the quiet and the storm, to be the constant, the familiar, the warm and steady ground. When you fly, I'm not the chain, I'm the earth you can return to again and again. This isn't weakness, it's my chosen strength. My holding on is love, measured in length and depth, not weight. Other loves be passionate and wild, a flash of lightning, temporary mild. Compared to this, I am the ancient tree whose roots run deep, whose branches let you be exactly what you are. My holding on is the quiet certainty that after dawn comes day, and after day another night, and I will be here, holding you in the light and in the shadow, always. Oh, the holding on, my life's most sacred creed, planting my love like a perennial seed, not for the quiet or for the storm, but to be a constant. You're true, you're warm and steady ground. When you fly to the sun, remember my roots and yours are one. This is my strength, my purpose and my song, my simple, brave and everlasting. Holding on, holding on, holding on. My roots are deep, deep. My love is long.
world is full of noise, the traffic's roar,
the frantic notifications and more, demands that pull the focus from what's true. It used to overwhelm me before you.
I'd seek
A perfect silence, pure and deep, a sacred solitary place to keep my thoughts contained.
I thought the static was the enemy, a sign of life's imperfect entropy. I'd build my walls against the chaotic sound on my small, ordered, self-created ground.
And miss the texture, miss the rich detail, the hidden music in the urban gale.
But then I heard your voice cut through the haze,
and learn to listen in a different way.
not for the silence, but for the new key.
You were finding and revealing to me. Oh, the symphony in the static we now hear. The background noise is suddenly so clear and beautiful. Your laugh becomes the melody, the rhythm of your walk, the harmony. The distant siren is a string crescendo, the ticking clock a soft and steady tempo. We are the conductors of this daily sound, finding the music on this hallowed ground of our shared life. The morning argument, the rushed sharp tone, is just a minor passing discordant moan that resolves quickly when we choose to hear the love beneath the surface of the fear.
The slammed door fades, the quiet words return, a richer, deeper lesson that we learn.
In counterpoint,
The chaos of the kids, the cluttered floor is not a problem to be solved anymore,
but a percussion section wild and free, the soundtrack of our sweet reality.
your sigh, my grumble blending in the air, becoming part of the great as we share.
We don't need perfect quiet to connect,
We've learned to love the sound of our respect,
and understanding, tuning life's wild track. Oh, the symphony in the static we compose, with every single joy and pain life throws. Your quiet thinking is a gentle rhythm, my steadfast presence is the bass pin to the foundation. All the city's cries are just the brass section in our skies. We are the composers of this noisy art, playing the masterpiece of one shared heart in the great static. This is the alchemy of love, to take
the raw, unfiltered noise that life can make,
the harsh, the grating, and the undefined,
and hear it with the newly tuned up mind.
We don't cancel the noise, we give it form.
We keep each other steady in the storm,
And in the calm, the static isn't gone. It's just the orchestra we're playing on together. Oh, the symphony in the static, loud and clear. The beautiful, chaotic music we hold dear. Your spirit is the melody, my love the bass. We fill the concert hall of time and space with our arrangements. Let the city exactly what it's all about. We are the music and the static too. The perfect, messy, glorious, true duet of us. The symphony,
our symphony,
plays on.
If I could write the history of us, I wouldn't start with drama or with fuss. I'd start with how I used to build my days on silent, self-sufficient, ordered ways, and how your voice first cut right through that wall, not with a shout, but with a gentle call to be more human. I'd write about the fear I couldn't name, the instinct to protect myself from blame, or worse, from being seen and being known, and having all my fragile weaknesses shown to someone else. Oh, this is my side of the story, plain and true. I was more scared of losing me than losing you. At first my holding on was sometimes fear, disguised as strength, my love not quite sincere enough to risk. I build with cautious hands, afraid to follow your more wild demands for openness. But in your patient grace, I slowly found the courage to show my face, my real one. I'd write about the moments I got wrong, the times I wasn't kind or wasn't strong enough to say I'm sorry or I'm here, the times I let my own old ghost of fear dictate my actions. I'd include those nights I lay awake, wrestling with my rights and my wrongs in the silence of our room, watching you sleep and feeling the heavy gloom of my own making. And I'd write how your letting go of me was the very thing that finally set me free from my own prison, how your brave release taught me that love is not about a lease on someone's soul. Oh, this is my side of the story, being told I was a man who was emotionally cold, and thawing slowly my holding on grew pure, only when I felt absolutely sure you'd let me go. That was the paradox that broke me open, all the locks and clocks of my closed heart in the space you created. My own love, patient and elated, finally grew up. If you ever wonder what I thought through all the battles that we slowly fought and won and lost, it was this: I was learning a different way of being, a new burning not of passion but of steadfast care, learning to be authentically there, not out of duty but because my soul had found in you its most authentic whole. And I was terrified and I was blessed. Oh, this is my side of the story. I confess my journey into love was sometimes less than noble, but it was uniquely mine. This slow and stubborn, fearful, real design of how a man can learn to love and be truly loved back, and finally be free in the surrender. This is my side, my part, the story of my unguarded open heart that learned to beat in time with yours. In time with yours, my story, my story, my story is ours now. You asked me once what love was. In the dark, I gave some polished answer, missed the mark. The truth was messier. I was afraid of all the compromises I had made with my own soul before you came along. I've been singing a convenient, pleasant song, but out of tune. My letting go wasn't all grace and light. It was a terrified, lonely fight with my own nature, with my need to hold the pieces, to manage and control the narrative. Oh, this is my version of the truth unadorned. My love wasn't the gentle thing you'd sworn it would be. It was a desperate clawing need to be the one who'd plant the perfect seed and make it grow. My courage was a mask for the sheer terror of the one simple task of trusting you. I used my strength to build a fortress that my inner frightened child could hide within. I curated my smile, my easy charm, trying to keep our budding love from harm. The real harm was in my lack of faith in you and me, in us, in our own wraith. Of a beginning, I polished every scene, trying to make our complicated mean and beautiful reality look clean for your consumption and for my own pride. And when I finally set that all aside, it wasn't a strategic, wise decision. It was my heart's ultimate brave revision of its own constitution. Oh, this is my version of the truth laid bare. My love was selfish and it was a prayer, whispered by a woman who'd forgot how to be soft. I gave you what I'd got,
which was control, disguised as being strong. And it took all this time to see how wrong I had it, that real strength is to be seen, with all your fragile broken parts between the polished moments. So when I say I love you now, it means I've laid my weapons down, I've quit the scenes and the performances. It means I trust that in my chaos and in my dust, you'll see a landscape, not a mess to clean. You'll see a woman finally truly seen, and love not for her perfect curated art, but for the wild, authentic, beating heart that sometimes stumbles. That is my truth. Oh, this is my version of the truth. At last, the heavy, freeing weight of our shared past. My love is softer now, and so much more, because it isn't keeping any score. It isn't managing or holding tight. It's just being with you in the day and night. A woman flawed and human and so free to love you as you are, and me as me. This is my truth, our truth, final love, the same, the same.
I used to be a single, brilliant hue, a cobalt blue so vibrant and so true. And separate, I thought that was my strength, my independence measured in the length. I'd stand apart,
And I was unworthy, dark and deep, a color for the secrets that I keep, and for the soil I thought my worth was in, my solidness, my quiet, and my skin that didn't change.
then your tone seeped into my atmosphere.
And your light changed everything here.
At first we just made parallel new lines, but then we started mixing at the confines. Oh, the blend color that we have become, no longer separate, no longer numb to the other's essence. We are something new, a tertiary shade, a different brilliant view of what love is. Not you and not just me, but us, a new and stunning quality of light and form. The blue and umber made a richer, deeper, more resilient shade of understanding. I didn't lose my blueness in the blend, it just became the place where you'd extend your warmer tones. I am more blue because I understand what earthly patience does to cool sharp edges.
And I am more of what I was before.
My umber's grounded, but it now explores the spectrum. I am steadier, yet I fly, because I see the world through your blue sky perspective.
We don't erase,
We integrate
we celebrate.
the new that we create. are something new, a complex, beautiful, and honest hue. That's all our own, not you and not just me, but us, a living, breathing entity of shared experience. The blue and umber burn into a color we alone can earn and share together.
This is the alchemy they never teach, the transformation that is out of reach for
Single souls, it is the brave descent into another's world, and the consent to be changed by it, to let your pigment bleed, and to embrace the new combined great deed of creating a new color for the world, a blended flag of love unfurled for us, by us. Oh, the blended color, this is our true name, the final quiet ending of the game of yours and mine. We are this new third thing to which our separate former selves can bring their best, and watch it change and watch it grow into a shade that only we can know and only we can be. The blue and umber are now one complex and lovely number in love's great spectrum. We are the blended color, the blended color. It shines forever. I thought that blending meant I'd lose my voice, that in the union I'd forget my choice. To be myself, I feared the compromise would dim the unique color in my eyes. But walking in this new blended hue, I find I'm more myself than I ever knew I could be. Your echo doesn't drown my own true sound. It gives it resonance and deeper ground. To stand upon the man you are provides the space where my own spirit now resides more fully. Oh, carrying the echo of you in my days has not been losing my own special ways, but finding them refined and more precise, seen through the lens of your accepting eyes. I am not less, I am so much more than what I was striving for before. Your quiet strength and patient grace entered my life and gave my soul the space to fully bloom. I hear your wisdom in my quiet mind, a gentle, steady presence, always kind. It doesn't speak for me, but helps me hear my own thoughts suddenly me so crystal clear and unafraid. Your strength is not a crutch, it is the thing that helps me dare so much, more than I ever dreamed I could. And in my strength you find your own release. Our echoes mingle, bringing us both peace, not by becoming one, but by being two who've learned to let their separate truths shine through. Together, oh, carrying the echo of you in my heart is the completion of my own best part. I am not less, I am so much more than what I was striving for. Before your quiet strength and patient grace entered my life and gave my soul the space to fully bloom. This is the final secret, the last truth that comes not in the passion of our youth, but in the settled, gentle, constant art of two whole people choosing from the heart to walk together, each one fully grown, each carrying the other's echo as their own, not as a burden but as a treasured part of their own independent beating heart. We are not halves, we are two complete, whose separate rhythms make a perfect beat. Together, oh, carrying the echo of you is my pride, the place where my own soul can safely reside. I am not less, I am completely free to be the greatest, truest, best of me, because your quiet strength and patient grace gave my own frightened soul the needed space to finally, fully, completely bloom in our shared yet separate sacred room, our sacred room, my echo, your echo. One song, one song, one song. Now we arrive here where it all began, not at her ending, but where we first ran. Out of words, the silence is the same, but we are different, we have a new name. Forged in the speaking and the listening, in all the joy and pain that love would bring our way.
The map is drawn, the weaving's almost done. The blended color shines beneath the sun. And moon, we've built our shelter, strong and deep. Promises that our very souls will keep, beyond all speaking. So let the final quiet notes descend,
not as a finish, but as a suspend.
a breath before the next phrase will compose.
In the rich silence that our love now knows, oh, echoes in the silence. This is our reward, the final, gentle, truthful, sweet accord. Our separate voices now one perfect tone, in a harmony
shelter and the blend all find their meaning as our voices wend
their way to stillness in the quiet here. The echo of our love ringing so clear and everlasting. Carry your echo, I will carry mine, not as a burden, but as a design of who we are, together and apart, a masterpiece of a unified heart that beats in rhythm.
The symphony we found in all the noise
Is now the bedrock of our simplest joys.
the holding on, the letting go, the grace are written now upon time's very face in our two names. The story's told,
The song is sung,
but in this silence we are ever young.
and just beginning. Oh, echoes in the silence, this is where we'll stay long after all the other sounds fade away. Our separate voices now one perfect sound. On this holy, hallowed and eternal ground, the map, the thread, the shelter and the blend all find their meaning in this quiet end. There is no end in the silence here. The echo of our love year after year and ever after. Echoes in the silence, we have become the very air through which our echoes hum. No need for words, no need for any art. We are the silence and the echoing heart.
The map, the thread, the shelter and the hue,
Oh, we're just leading us to this simple truth. We are the echo, we are the silence.